Smiling first.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome.
Welcome to our special in bulk edition of
TFT.
Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and Banshee.
Hi, everyone.
We've got our little candle going, our little in bulk statue. Happy celebrations to everybody selling in bulk, Candlemas,
Groundhog's
Day, whatever. Palindrome Day or whatever, Super Bowl Day. Gee, it's a full Kitten Bowl Day and Puppy Bowl Day.
Oh, my goodness. It's just too much.
It is too much.
Yes, and it's only going to get a little bit warmer,
It's
isn't
going
it?
to get a little bit hotter in here today because we are kicking off.
Well, I have to move this back.
Oh, yeah, you got to move the camera back. We are kicking off our hot
Super
Tarot
Love Week.
Not exactly officially today, but yes, officially today in a way.
Well, this is the foreplay edition. What comes before?
Oh, dear.
So anyways.
So let me think if I got this right. I think I got to just look at the list a minute and make sure I know Patton's taking it too. Thank you, Patton. You were correct
Hi,
from what I
everybody.
could see. And I think, KC, I've got you on the list now. I think that's everybody. So basically what you're looking at here are some Oreo cookies with heart shapes we got from one of our favorite bakeries. But surrounding them, Mr. O, would you like to explain?
Well, those crackers there are called Alabama firecrackers, and they are mighty hot.
They're very hot.
They're mighty hot.
So we could choke a lot here, but we thought, to kick off our Super Tarot Love Week.
Well, there was something else too, though. Of course,
we're gonna. That's right.
Yes,
Go ahead.
and we promised to do that.
We did.
Early.
We promised to
so
do it.
So we're gonna have our
early.
cookie now.
No, well, we're gonna have a cracker. I think.
Oh, we're gonna have a cracker now. Okay.
That's right, because we're
I'll have a
kicking
cracker
it
now.
off with the hotness.
Yes. See those?
They're so good and so easy to make. Look them up on the internet, Alabama firecrackers. But you gotta like things hot.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! All right.
Okay.
Ah,
Let's put that aside for now. We should move this a little bit out
the
of the way,
first
maybe.
thing we want to do today before we get to readings, though, is I used to be a jock back in the day when I was in high school and grade school. Not so much anymore into sports, but we know the Super Bowl is a big thing today, and we, not knowing anything about these two teams and how they did this year, are going to try to predict the Super Bowl winner with the tarot.
This is especially daunting for me because as a child and even as an adult, I have literally about zero interest in sports.
That's true.
Oh, it's football? Who made a home run? I don't know.
It's like my mom.
But I did decide that maybe we could come up with a way of doing this by having representations of those cards. So I am using my Ecliptos Tarot, which does an unusual take on the minor arcana. And rather than divide them up by suits, it just keeps numbering them after 22. So this is card number 49. So I'm going to use that to represent the 49ers.
Yep.
Isn't that wild? And then
And what was the word on it? Versatility, which is
Versatility.
interesting.
yes, and
All
then
right.
of course because we're playing the Chiefs, then they're playing the Chiefs. Well, who is a chief? An emperor would be a chief. So we're going to use the emperor card to indicate.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Alrighty.
So we're going to get rolling here and do this reading quickly. We're reusing your deck, I think.
That's right. I said we were going to use a weight.
Okay, right or wait
So
for
how do we
this.
do this?
You had it in mind. You said the 2 cards for
Okay.
each. Is that what you still want to do?
Yep.
All right.
Why, thank you, Esoterics.
Oh, thank you so much. We thought we'd dress for the kickoff. There's going to be plenty more dressing up in the week, the 9 days ahead or whatever.
Yes.
8 days, right? The 8 days, because why?
Well, it's 8 days from Thursday, and it's
Yeah, from
because we're
Thursday.
celebrating Super Tarot Love Week.
I thought you said it's because of the power of love, Mr. O.
It's because of the power of love. You can't contain it in 7 days.
Okay.
Alrighty, your turn.
All right. We were eating Alabama firecrackers, Smiling Soul. Look them up. It's an easy recipe to make, but you gotta like it hot. If your gut can't take it, don't try it.
It's a really cool recipe. You just need a little bit of cooking oil, cup and a half, whatever. You need a couple packs of Hidden Valley seasoned ranch mix.
It's great for dips, so it makes the perfect Super Bowl snack in a way.
2 to 3 tablespoons of crushed red pepper flakes, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. You mix all that together with the oil into a large Ziploc, one of those really large ones.
Let it sit overnight.
Well, I didn't
rotate
get
it
to
a
the
bit.
part of what we're throwing in there.
Oh,
You kind of jumped ahead of
did
me.
I forget?
And then you have to throw in the saltine crackers.
Of course. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I thought you
One
passed
box.
that already.
No, I was just talking about the ingredients of the oil.
Okay.
Already. Yeah, it's pretty spicy, Kellyo. Already, so
Let's go.
1,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
1, 2.
Holy moly. I'm going to say right off the bat, it
It's
looks
the
as
Chiefs.
though the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take this game. And basically, if you look at what the 49ers are facing, this looks like a lot of, this looks like they're not playing optimally to me.
Somebody bet too much on them. We have the Ace of Pentacles.
Well,
and
it's
the
reversed,
Magician.
and the Magician reversed.
Yeah.
And so I would say that they're not, as prepared as they should be for this. For whatever reasons. I don't know if there are injuries. I haven't been keeping up. And I don't know maybe if they're...
So really that means if you bet for them, you're losing money.
Anyway,
That's
our prediction. And of course, it could be wrong.
Well, let's explain this one. For the winning
Yes.
side, we see the Chariot and the Emperor. And of course, we had chose the Emperor card from another deck to represent them. So we're going to go out on a limb and say
Out on a limb.
it's the Chiefs.
I think it's pretty
clearly-
clear. We
yeah.
have the Emperor that rules all, and then we have the Chariot with this forward movement. So I have a feeling they're going to be merely moving the ball, and they're going to win the game.
At 2:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Oberon and Banshee predicted that the Chiefs
We
would win.
put our reputation on the line.
And if we don't win, well, we'll just go right on to Super Tarot Love Week stuff.
So
Alrighty.
let's see what happens, guys. This is a first for us, so we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to
So
get
it
on
was
with
fun to
Super
do that.
Tarot Love Week, and I have just one thing to start it today. I'm going to do a quick, and this one is really quick. These cards are a little bit obtuse in their interpretations, and they're very short. It's the I Ching of Love, this deck.
There we
I'm
go.
going to have you quickly shuffle and cut them. And I'm going to pick one out for everybody. And we're going to get this show on the road. Today, I am going to use all of my Love Tarot decks. I have switched to them. Now, some of them have very standard, they all have very standard minor arcanas. So, not a lot of excitement there. But the majors are very nice. And I'll tell you about the decks in a minute. I hope I didn't miss anybody sneaking into the room. I see somebody... Kayanat, I will add you to the list, and we'll go over the list in a minute. All right, did you cut them? All righty. And let's see what we've got for today. We have Your Inner Guide, number 10. We'll see what this has to do with love. The Oracle invites you to remember that you have a guide inside which can lead you to happiness. You simply are not using it to the point where you're no longer aware of it. Don't worry, it can be revived and must be if you want to fully experience love. And that's our message for today.
Thank you, Banshee.
Yep. All right. And so what decks are you using, Mr. O?
Okay, I'm using several. In addition to the regular Arthur Waite deck, I'm going to be using my Nefertari, which of course is the beautiful gold Guilty Ones. And then I've also brought out a newer deck, my English Magic Tarot, which was a gift from you, Banshee.
Uh-huh. Yep, very
So
good. Yes,
perhaps I'll
that's a
start with those.
nice one, I have to say. What a nice person Banshee is. Anyway,
Hey, Patton, we will probably get around to that in another special video or two.
Thank you for bringing that up, Patton.
He says he's not going to be able to stay, but he might be able to come back later. So.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you for bringing that up, though, because I read an article recently about what's next for Brexit, and I definitely want to do a Brexit follow-up. I haven't talked to Mr. O about it yet, but it's been on my mind.
Well, to be honest, the Brexit videos are the ones that have gotten the largest share of viewings for us. And of course, we think that Brexit is a much more international concern. So, of course, that's what people are going to be looking for. Hello to Jenna.
Hello, Jenna. I'll get you on the list. This is the Lovers Tarot. I'm going to beg Jane Lyle that I'll be using today. Also on the agenda is something called, and this is going to be a little challenging because they changed the suits, but it's the True Love Tarot by Monty Farber and Amy Zerner. We have a number of their tools. They're a lot of fun. And finally, I'm using Chris Walder's The Lover's Path Tarot today. So I'm just showing these because I want to get these boxes out of here. They're taking up a lot of space. And I'll be using my Ciro Marchetti Lenormand again. Okay. And one final honest to goodness announcement related to our tarot
I know what you're gonna do.
Super Tarot Love Week celebration. We're gonna cut a special video. And oh boy, talk about putting our reputations even as partners on the line. I have a great game I found. And we've just tried it a couple times and laughed hysterically. It's called Medium. Yes. And me and Mr. O are going to try to read each other's minds, so to speak.
If this was the true gauge of our powers, we fail. But we sure had a lot of fun. It was literally side-splitting fun.
Yes.
To play this game.
Do join us when we release that video. I think you'll find it very entertaining. And who knows? Maybe we'll be on target that day, Mr. O. Okay. So also it'll show you a neat, fun game that's out there for you guys to purchase. Okay, I think we're done with all the announcements. We can get the show on the road. So, okay, the list I have, let's see, I have to add Jenna. Let me see if there's anybody else. I think we're good. Okay, so what I have, and I know Patton's got to leave, but the way I have it is Balkis, K, Dash, Patton, Josephine, I Am Consciousness, E.T., Smiling Soul, KC, Kyanette, I believe I'm saying that right, but maybe not, and Jenna. And I have to move these because, oh boy, there goes our camera.
The kitty cam has been breached.
Sassy has arrived
and has decided to knock over the
give
cam.
Us a little grief. I'm going to move her just slightly so I can read. Let's stay there. Stay there. Okay. She's going to come by you.
Of course.
Alrighty. So
I'm the
Balkis,
one she really wants.
So Balkis, you are up. General love for February. And by the way, starting Thursday, I'll be adding a love spread that will be available to everybody for the week of, for the 8 days of Valentine's. So general love reading. We'll start with my Lover's Tarot by Jane Lyle. It's a nice, easy one to shuffle, I think, at least for me.
I literally have no area in front of me with this cat right here.
I feel your pain, Mr. O. And that is why, also, when we're doing our little presentations with candles on the table, that we don't use real ones. Because we know better. All we need to do is have a raging inferno here in the middle of our live stream.
Aw, that's so cute.
And by the way, I don't know, has anybody ever seen the movie, what is it called? Pirates?
Pirates.
Pirates with Kevin Bacon and I forget, is it Kira? Is it?
Yeah, his
I think it's
his wife, whose name escapes me
okay.
at the moment.
At any rate, what a hoot
Kira...
that movie is, and talk about flaming, burning love. That was just a hysterical movie.
Oh, pass the firecrackers, Banshee. No, I'm kidding. Okay, now how are we going to cut those?
Well,
I have to reach
I
way
could
over
cut them
here.
if you want. Don't mess with the mic, Mr. O. Okay. General love for February.
Yeah, that's a good practice with dogs. I wouldn't assume anything.
Wow. Well, I don't know what to say about this. We have two gentlemen in this reading. The Knight of, what is that, Swords?
King of Swords.
Oh, the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles.
No, they're both kings. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're right. One's the Knight of Swords and one's the King of Pentacles.
So Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Cups upright. Or, I'm sorry, reversed. They're all reversed. And so what is this telling me? I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, what I am saying is, Balkis, you might meet somebody with some not so pleasant characteristics. And it may be more than one person by the looks of things here. It looks as though there might be choices or decisions that have to be made. What do you think, Mr. O?
Well, right. This is a general reading, right?
Right, a general love reading.
Oh, I see.
Right.
That's the word I was looking
February.
for because I was really looking at that saying it looks like it's about emotional matters here. It could represent that it's a choice between specific personality types of those sorts.
And it's between, it looks like air and earth.
Yeah, well, the King of Pentacles reverse could be just somebody who's maybe bad with their money or a failed business person or somebody who's had
some, that's nice. It was right by you. Your hands
my hands
were
weren't there. They were,
oh, my gosh.
You need to stop that.
Okay, you need to stop that, Cat. All right.
Then what's the other one? The Knight of Swords reversed?
The Knight of Swords reversed.
Is pretty ill-advised.
I think so. Well, I think that, what it's telling me is somebody, it might be indicative of one person that you're going to meet. And you're just going to have to decide if you want to take a chance on this person. Because what I'm sensing here is some bad judgment in relation to money and material and financial matters. And so it seems to me that, they've made some bad judgments in the past. They may, maybe you'll meet them and either you see them spending money like no tomorrow or they have no money. They're trying to mooch from you or something. And so I just see this kind of negative characteristics and it's a judgment call.
Well, it's almost like they're two bad obsessions or two thoughts, but somehow you have to find your way with one of them.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like.
At least it's just about cooperating for some reason.
So I'm just saying somebody could come into your spirit. Hey, Gina, welcome. You'll have to catch some of the fun in the beginning, Gina. We actually tried to predict the Super Bowl winners.
Stop it. Now she's eating my cough drop. Sassy.
See, I told you she's trouble. Trouble.
I want to hurt her.
No. No, you don't.
Well.
I just want to move her. That's basically it. Mr. Sunman is laying down right now. Well.
Hi, Divine.
All right. It's okay. All right. I'm keeping the list. All right. Here's the thing I've got. Yeah, she's got to go, I think. If you can remove her, that would be best. But anyway, here is the tree and the child. And it seems to me, what this is telling me is growth in relation to love in February is a slow process. It's going to take some time to develop. It might not even be in February.
Pick them up.
It might not even be in February that that happens. I didn't know what you were talking about. It might not be in February that it happens. Might be by the end of February. So.
She's driving me crazy. I wish she would leave.
I have to get her out. Come on. All right. Come on, girl. You have to go. Come on. Get out.
We're going to see technical difficulties.
Go.
Meow! Meow. No cats are being hurt. Honest. Meow.
She was not hurt. She was gently nudged off the table.
She'll be back. We just know
I
she'll
know
be
they'll be
back.
back, but at least it gives us a momentary respite because we want to get things going. We're starting late. We'll try to fit everybody in. The list is getting bigger. So I would say to you, Balkus, that it's slow. It's slow growth, and it might be a short-term relationship as well. But I think, you'll learn something from this. You will grow from this in some way. If not, realizing, maybe recognizing what directions you'll have to go through, too.
Well, I agree with that, but I want to go back to these for a moment.
She's coming back.
Oh, God.
I know.
And just feel that somehow it's not the most unpleasant situation, but it just doesn't seem to be worth it in a way. And I think that's what you're going to find is that they're just not up to your caliber, basically, if there are more choices out there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's what we have for that right now, Balkus. Wish it was looking a little bit better than that, but not at the moment.
All
Hey,
right.
K-Dash, you are up. And then comes Patton, Josephine, I Am Consciousness, E.T., Smiling Soul, KC, Kyanette, Jenna, Gina, and Divine. Okay, so finances, please. All right, General on finances.
We got to stick with your deck.
You're welcome, Balkus. You're very, very welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll do this one again. Okay. We're all calm for the moment. Somebody is laying down there by me. I'm hoping to give her attention down there.
It's like a miracle.
It's just a momentary respite in our household. All right.
Well, the thing about her that irritates me, I hate to say it, is that she sheds so much that it typically just gets all over me and makes my face itch.
And it is weird. I don't know where she's getting all the hair. The more we brush her, the more hair seems to appear. It's weird. But anyway.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
I think we've been told, though, because of her weight issue that we're working on, she has a lot of a drier scalp, so maybe she sheds a little bit more. Hey, Libra Cusp, I'll add you to the list. It's kind of long today. It's Sunday. Let's see.
Keep going.
Yep. Okay. All right. See what we have. Whoa. Interesting. Okay, finances. So general about finances. I'm sensing here, K-Dash, that maybe things haven't been really great, or maybe that, you've had to carry an oppressive load to make ends meet is a possibility I'm seeing here, especially with the devil. And basically you have the devil. I guess I should show all of them. The 10 of Wands, upright. These are all upright. And the King of Swords. And so basically I'm seeing an oppressive load right now to either make ends meet or make the kind of income that you want to have.
Right. Some of this just seems to be sort of being kept away from you, that you're burdened with stuff that maybe is keeping you from being able to express that potential. I'm also seeing the possibility that you might be having a legal decision being made too, that may affect any or all of this. And maybe there's the idea too that some of this is that some of the materialistic forces right now are kind of forcing you to look at how much you're willing to be more frugal and not invest so much in your own pleasure and things like that, to just toe the line financially.
Well, I did not allude to the influence of the King of Swords here. And to me, you're going to have to use some rather, critical judgment, on yourself. Take a critical look at your finances and your money and where maybe you need to make some changes to make life a little easier for yourself, a little better for yourself, and to, maybe not feel so much stress in that area. At least that's what I'm seeing with these cards. It's funny, we have reverse cards and we complain about that, but sometimes the upright cards, have a hard message to tell as well.
Well, and it is always possible that the decision will be more favorable and will begin the process of creating that change and disburdenment that I'm seeing there.
So let me see if the Lenormand will shed a little bit more light on this. Another thing is, the Devil card is about obsessions and things of that nature and things that, don't be too stressed out or don't be too overwhelmed and focus only on the financial realm. It may need your attention, but, I would say lighten up just a little bit on yourself and because it does look like you are carrying an oppressive load here. Let's see what else we've got. Well, I've got the fox. I drew that second. And I've drawn the dog. And it seems to me you have a friend or ally in a professional position of some sort, either on a job or, in school. Somebody who can mentor or help you out, maybe even give you some financial advice. That's what it looks like to me. It also, well, go ahead.
Right. It just represents somebody who may be able to provide a clever or different kind of way at looking at things and possibly expanding yourself. So they're a good friend who basically has kind of either an inside angle or an ability to think out of the box that might be helpful to you or to show you how to think out of the box on that matter.
Okay.
So that's what we had.
That's what we have for you today. I hope that helps. And Patton, are you still with us or are you gone? I believe they might be gone.
I'm going to put it in the chat box just to see.
Just to see, and we'll move on if so, because we've got lots of readings.
You're welcome, K-Dash.
You're welcome, K-Dash. Do you want to do one of your decks next?
Yeah, I have a deck here for me. And I'm going to use that English Magic Tarot,
Awesome.
which I kind of like. I've noticed that some of the meanings are a little bit different. Some of the imagery. And it may be that Patton is indeed gone. He mentioned they were going to be gone. So why don't we just go ahead then?
Okay. So, Josephine, you are up. And then after Josephine is I Am Consciousness, E.T., Smiling Soul, KC, Kayana, Jenna, Gina, Divine, and Libra Cusp. I love reading.
Alrighty, here we go then. Banshee.
All right, I'm going to let Sassy play with my pen. Sassy is back.
Yeah, she seems to have gotten the picture. She should stay away from our field of importance.
These cards are interesting. Did you show the backs of them?
Possibly previously I have.
That's pretty cool. I like this deck. I
know
liked
I've
it when I
used
saw
this deck
it.
before. It's been a while, and I've only used it a couple of times, I think.
When I was at a library conference one time, one of the Weiser, the person representing Sam Weiser, was there and talking about this deck a lot with me, and so I decided I was going to have to buy one.
And give it to me.
Give it to Mr. O. All right.
For being Eastern European, I sure do like some Englishy kind of things.
Do we want the Sassy Cam a moment? Sassy is playing with the pen here, as you can see. Very angry at the pen. Whatever cat I've had, they've always attacked pens.
We will not go into cat psychology.
No. Well, with cats, anything and everything is a toy. Okay, love shirt. Love Mr. O's shirt?
Must be yours.
Oh, okay.
It's
Either
really
way,
part of
thank you.
A dress. Or a
No, it's like
outfit.
a big smock-like top with it kind of hangs low, and I can wear my very thin, how shall I say, skanky yoga pants with them.
Mr. O wisely refrains.
Was I supposed to cut them and shuffle
I
again?
cut them.
And I just shuffled again, didn't I? Well, how about I cut them?
Why don't you go ahead and pick up that cut too?
I am.
Alrighty.
I don't know why I just read your mind on that. See, we could play that game, medium.
Oh, well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, for a love reading, that is kind of interesting. Yeah. We have the Tower card upright. But we also have the Queen of Wands upright. And we have the Seven of Coins reversed. So, as far as a love reading goes, you got to be careful, in these upcoming months that you do not repeat negative cycles. If you've had some bad luck in love, if things haven't been going well, You've had broken relationships in the past. You do not want to revisit the things that have happened before. So really, pay attention to, the karmic cycles you have been through and make sure you're not repeating the same mistakes. I feel that this is a card where you don't do that you move beyond them. You're looking at those lessons you've taken from your past relationships, and you are a lot stronger now. So, but you're still kind of operating out of a sense of worry or anguish about, your love life. So I'm not seeing anything moving super forward here at the moment.
Well, I think that the Tower card is accurate with you, and I think that what the Seven of Coins is telling us is that it's good to remember that at this time, because you may now be choosing to re-involve yourself, to move a few projects or situations that you've kind of kept, in the background a little bit. This is sort of like bringing something to the market, bringing a harvest out. This is sort of like acting on some things going on. But I also feel too that the Queen of Wands amply demonstrates that you do have your own vantage point here. And for what it's worth, this card is probably an indicator of some high, the abilities or possibilities of some high attraction magnetically in the romantic realm. So there probably is something coming up for you, and this is just mostly a reminder to remember where you have been in the past as you're choosing now to get involved.
The medium game is indeed available on Amazon. That's not. I ended up getting it when I was shopping for somebody else for holiday gifts. I saw it at a Barnes and Noble bookstore too, so it's making the rounds. Okay, I'm going to do a Lenormand. I think that sums it up nicely, Mr. O.
Right. In some ways, it doesn't really give very specific information other more than from what's within your own inner thoughts, perhaps, or what you're thinking about at this time about that. But that's good because you are thinking from a position of strength on this, Josephine. So.
Okay, let me see what I have. Whoa. Well, I never like to get the coffin card for a variety of reasons, but it's it reflects different things. You asked specifically about a love reading, and it could mean that some cycle is coming to an end now. And in some way, the rider heralds that because the rider is news and movement forward. So, maybe you've had some broken relationship recently or something happened, and it looks as though that it's heralding the ending of this cycle now. You are ready to move forward and move on.
Right, which kind of harkens back to what I see with the Seven of Coins, the idea that you are looking at things you can work on that maybe you haven't been, and that you can start to put them in gear.
And so nothing really specific about a relationship is popping up yet, but I do think that, your universe is shifting and changing to welcome and open doors for a relationship to occur. It's just not showing up here yet.
Yeah, it seems like with that coffin and the other card, it's just clearly coming, but it's not right here yet.
Yeah. Or much that we can visualize about it at this time, Josephine. So that's what we have for you today. And hey, I Am Consciousness, you're next. And then we have E.T., Smiling Soul, KC, Kayana, Jenna, Gina, Divine, and Libra
You're
Cusp.
welcome. You are welcome.
You're very welcome. We're going to use your deck again next, cool?
Sure.
And then we'll use my other one next.
All right.
All right, then. Would you like another firecracker?
Why, yes, I would.
Mr. O? Oh, well, after you shuffle, I thought. And then, I'll
No,
shuffle.
I want the spicy hotness to impart
On
to
the
this
cards?
next reading. Go ahead and shuffle.
All right, well. Here you are.
Thank you. So last night we premiered, it was set up ahead of time, the part 4 of our USA predictions for 2020. And we focused on U.S. Social relationships.
No, was it international relations, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, global
God,
relations.
I can't even remember.
I know. Oh, my goodness. But we're going to be rolling out the rest of it soon because we don't want 2020 to pass us by before we finish that off, obviously. But one thing we were thinking of, and I'm not sure we can squeeze it in, we might want to do a prediction on the Iowa caucus coming up for the Democratic Party. Busy, busy, busy. So we might be doing that too.
Right. The week after Tarot Love Week, we'll have to prepare another the monthly modality
Right.
message too, as we move into Pisces. Okay, so is this a 3-carder?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Did I unconsciousness answer us yet?
No, we just kept shuffling thinking that they were there.
Uh-oh.
Well, this reading's for them.
Oh, wait a minute. I am consciousness. Are you here? Because we are down some people.
This is true. My goodness, we're in our pre-Mercury retrograde mode, apparently.
We're feeling it already here. Oh, man. That's going to be bad. It's going to be, I hope it's not going to be a bad one. I've had enough. One more time for I am consciousness.
So we're scrapping that reading.
Because we are going to scrap that reading. That's just not, we don't read for people who are not here. Thank you. I'm going to put them at the bottom in case they come back, because we're moving pretty quick. We might be able to get through everybody.
Who knows?
No problem. All right.
So who's next on our list? Then?
Next is E.T. Hey, E.T. Surprise. You're up if you're here. Oh, you stay there. Here, have my pen. Destroy my pen.
Okay, Jenna, we haven't gotten to you yet, so you're
nope,
good.
You're good, Jenna. You're still down there. But
All right, E.T.
You are 3. There's 3 in front of you, Jenna, after E.T., so really 4.
All right.
All right.
Don't worry, we're not annoyed. We just always act that way. I always act
Well,
that
we
way.
got a little cranky with our cats today, but it is getting silly. They're
cranked
knocking
me
the
out. They
microphone
really
around.
did.
They're knocking cameras around.
A general reading, and we'll see what comes up. Sounds good, esoterics.
And I got to draw the line somewhere with these guys. Yes, it's Palindrome Day. There's a reverse one. You mean it's not 2 steps forward, 1 step back?
And I only know the Northern White Male Boogie as far as a dance step goes.
What is that? It's 222020.
Well, it's actually 02.
Right, 02. 02.
2 o'clock.
20.
February
Yes.
2nd, 2020. And then if you do it 0202 2020.
And look at it backwards, it reads the same way. And that's called a palindrome?
Right. Oh, come on.
Nope, you are coming up still, Kyanat. Hang in there because there's just 1, 2, 3 people in front of you now.
You're supposed to cut.
I was.
Yeah, because I shuffled.
There we go.
And we have friendly sassy cat here.
Well, I couldn't contain her. I was distracted. So this is just a general, is that it?
Right.
All right.
To see what comes up.
All right. Well, we've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So we have the 3 of Wands, and that's reversed. We have the Chariot upright. And we have the 9 of Coins upright.
May I?
You may.
Okay, well, with the 3 of Wands reversed, I think you have some things that you're definitely waiting for and definitely should be happening, but there seems to be an extra delay you didn't expect. But the Chariot just shows that really the prognosis is mostly good because it's really going to be your drive and your ambition and your extroversion in this matter, the way you outward, that is going to make the difference to compensate for that delay most likely. Because with the 9 of Coins, we are seeing really that where this takes you is to, you know, the place where you're looking to go, a lot more of your being able to enjoy things. It's really about the plans of your world to me, because the Three of Wands represents plans for for the world you're trying to invest in. And this is sort of like at the end of that, you know, the Nine of Coins, there you are.
Gold.
So it looks really good. You just got to keep carrying on.
Keep on keeping on. Setbacks and delays, forget about it. You have you have the the Chariot here. Just keep moving forward. You know, if something gets stuck, move past it. You know, I mean, move around it, work around it, because it's showing forward movement here that is going to pay off. And I love this Nine of Coins in a way, because it shows these, they look like gold, you know, gold coins to me, and what could be better. And it's showing you enjoying things and being able to bask in your, you know, the results, the positive results of your efforts.
There's gold and then there are hills.
So that looks pretty darn good to me, I have to
Alrighty,
say.
so we're going to pull our Lenormand.
Yep.
And I believe, Smiling Soul, you are next.
That is correct. So hang in there.
Right after E.T.
I will go through the list after we're done with this one more time. But we are moving. We are moving. I think I can. I think I can. Yes. It's like the little engine that could. Which, by the way, I love that story. Okay, why am I getting the coffin again? That was the first card I pulled. And then the book. Well, it's interesting to me.
Something ending leads to another discovery?
Yeah, maybe I would look at it that way. I would also think, too, that it might be saying that, you know, the time for research or, you know, investigation is over. It's time to move forward now, like maybe the Chariot was saying here. But I like what you said. It also could indicate that as well. Do you want to expound on yours?
There's nothing much to expound there. I just sort of feel that this does sort of represent some shifting here of energies, that maybe something is moving, and that basically it's once you've conquered the plateau of getting things lined up for yourself the way you want, that we saw there, you know, you're able to pretty much move that away, and you're moving on to the next adventure, I think, because
The next level, maybe.
I just get the feeling like your ambition is really going to keep moving you ahead. It just happens maybe in the time span it's meant to, but it's clearly going that direction.
So don't let singular setbacks, you know, stop the progress here, because it looks like things are progressing as they should.
Mm-hmm. Looks good to me.
That's what we have for you, E.T. And
Alrighty.
hey, Smiling Soul, you are up.
And she has asked for a general.
She's asked for a general. Okay. Let me give you your cards back. So after Smiling
We'll
Soul...
switch to your other deck.
I am. After Smiling Soul is KC.
Hey, don't do that.
And after KC is Kyanette, and then Jenna,
Fabulous.
Gina, Divine, Libra Cusp, and I Am Consciousness if they come back. I'll get them. Just trying to get her to not...
Be a
Yep.
poo-poo.
You are welcome, E.T. Okay, these cards are a little stiff. Must have been... And they are a handful. I will say they're a little wide for the Banshee's tastes. I have fairly broad hands, but it's hard to get around.
You brought
these
a new
cards.
deck for me to try to handle.
Yeah, I think you tried this once before. I had brought this out once before. Don't get her. She's gonna hit it. I know it.
Abort.
Well, I think part of it is I will need to move the in-bulk display there, and she'll have more
She'll
room.
be there.
Maybe she would
Who
sit
knows?
back further if we're lucky.
Not entirely certain.
Okay, good luck and shuffle.
Thank you.
I'll leave my little candle here, but if I move the statue, she'll have space.
That's a theory.
And there's a little toy back here. Maybe I can get her attention. Probably not. Well, let's see what I can do. Come on, you. Show that you're still a kitty at heart. Play with your toy.
New no matter how hard it is to move yourself.
Sigh. It's not going to work.
Here we go.
Okay. So were they hard to shuffle?
No, they weren't too bad.
See, just for me. So we're doing, what is it for her again?
It
General?
was a general for smiling.
Got it.
Hey, you. When are you going to go? Go away. Just go. Ooh, what is that?
That's a star, right? It's reversed.
Yeah, we had some problems with this the other day because it is rather a unique take. But it was the star, and of course it's reversed.
And then we have Death reversed. Death card is coming up even in our tarot decks today. So there's a lot of endings or finalizations going on here.
Well, it's an energy that represents change.
And then that was reversed as well, the Eight of Cups, which is not a bad thing. The Eight of Cups is actually the best card, I think, here for you in this case. You're kind of, I think, operating right now under a little pessimism or doubt, or you will be. You're feeling like hope might be lost for something you were really concerned about. And basically it's because of the Death card. The Death card reversed is showing stagnation and things not moving for you in the direction that I think you wanted them to go. So the Eight of Cups reversed is basically saying that you're going to be moving away from this situation to onto something that will bring you more hope or encouragement or deeper satisfaction from within.
Yeah, mostly what I'm feeling is possibly similar there, that just basically there's been a lot of emphasis in your life right now really on what it is that's displeasing to you, and there's just a lot of things that are making you review where you've been and where you're going. You haven't always felt incredibly hopeful about what some of your prospects are, but there's clearly some signs that there's change coming for you, and it's mostly a matter of weathering some of that change. Where you want to focus is maybe more on material things and less on some of the more abstract things. So things that just maybe have less of a possibility, you want to put those more on the back burner, and you want to focus on your clearer prospects. And now, Lenormand.
Lenormand. So I was trying to distract Sassy again, but failed. She's not doing a butt shot in the camera, is she?
No.
Not exactly. Okay, good. Sassy, show some dignity. All right, let's see. Try to get something else on the top here. All right, let's see what I get. Well, it's a little bit more growthful, I will say, Smiling Soul. You got the ring. And you got the tree. Well, this is interesting to me. It could indicate a couple of things. It could indicate that, maybe in the not too distant future here, you might be embarking on a positive, growthful relationship of some sort. Something that maybe has some staying power. She's playing with the tripod. That's awesome. And so, or the other thing I could see here, sometimes the tree is related to health. And so, often it's related to health, actually. And so it could indicate that maybe you're going to find somebody, that to work with you on some health issues or things that you've been having, a very positive relationship with a doctor, a therapist, whoever the case, a rehab person, whoever the case may be. So that's very positive. Do you want to go into that?
I was a little distracted because Sassy is on and off wanting to eat the camera or something. But I feel like what this card is telling me is that the commitment you want to make, or that you will be making, is to your health and also to education and enlightenment. And that really what you want to do is you want to resolve yourself to really trying to work on what your health issues are, but also work on things that are really going to expand your mind, expand your philosophy, how you are thinking about things, because deep inside you really are a positive person, but you just need sometimes to get reminded of that, and probably it's what you're exposing yourself to.
Well, and you know what? I'm glad you focused on the health a little bit more here, because the thing to me too about the ring is something of value. And, it's valuable, it's precious. And that's the way you should be looking at your health and well being, as something that's very valuable and precious to you, and treat it as such.
Alrighty.
So that's what we have for you, Smiling Soul.
Alrighty, thank you.
And we are moving on to KC now.
All
KC,
right.
you are up. And after KC is Kyanat, then Jenna, Gina, Divine, Libra, Cusp, and I Am Consciousness if they're back.
Huh, big yawn from Sassy. Hello, girlie. Hi, my girl. Hi, my girl.
There you are.
Yeah. You're welcome.
You are welcome, welcome. Okay, KC, I know you're typing away. There we are. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Do you want to use one of your decks for that one, Mr. O?
Let's use a deck with a lot of energy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Kelly has said he likes this one, the
Yep.
Nefertari
Let's do
gold
that
filtered one.
Sassy is definitely liking her moment of fame.
They're all affectionate, but they're all affectionate in different ways and on
Yes.
their own different terms.
She's a licker. She'll lick me forever. So I thought I'd show her in action there. She's a
Yes.
sweetie.
It's really cool. And it's funny, Kelly, because I wasn't using it a whole lot for regular readings until we started the live stream.
And so
it's-
many people loved it.
But
Yeah.
it's made me re-like it more too, because when I first started liking it, I just thought it was a little too abstract for me or something. I just wasn't quite vibing with it, but I love it. I really do like it. Thank you. All right, Ms. Madam.
Alrighty. Did you
Yeah,
call
that
me
is
madam again?
I
You're
did.
not
I
supposed to do that.
Madam? I'm Adam. That's a palindrome too.
Ah.
So we're trying to figure out what the cards would tell us about the energy that was there and or still exists.
So anyway, talking about the game Medium briefly, it's a weird word game where basically you throw down a word and then your partner throws down something on their deck and you try to find a word that connects the two. And you have to say it at the exact same time and
I already
match
shuffled them.
each other's answer.
ahead
And
and
that's
pick
where
'em
the
up.
fun begins. It's very fun.
Well, wait till you see us next week. We're throwing glam out the window and going for just hot
Hot
with
next week.
Super Tarot Love Week.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So this is again, okay, the house,
I love
yes,
glamour.
or the apartment. Okay. Wow, I was hoping for some major arcana in this reading because I thought maybe that would be telling.
Somebody that went broke.
Six
right.
of Pentacles reversed is the one card.
It's not good for holding on to money necessarily, or else it's
then-
a card of somebody who's able to give money away.
We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Six of Wands, and that was reversed as well, wasn't it?
Were they all reversed?
I think actually this one was upright.
I thought that was
yeah,
upright
this one
too,
was
yeah.
upright. So I got to watch when I pick them up. So, what do you say about
What?
the energies in the house?
Well, I already talked about that first card. That first card to me makes me feel like maybe people there didn't handle money well or wanted to give it away for some reason, or they were broke or not having money there. There's some money problem there. The other card sort of indicates like maybe there was a duality about that, like they always needed money, but then they were always giving money away.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
Well,
And then the Six of Wands, that overall they were successful people. That's why maybe they were able to do that in a way. that there was some degree, at least in terms of themselves, that they held themselves that way. That they seemed to want to help people, but at the same time, they were always pursuing more materialistic things.
I think the energies on the house are going to be relatively calm, but there is something here, about money, and I'm wondering if that's a message to you. I think that maybe you should check out the numerology of the apartment as well if you haven't done that already, and see what the number numerology has to tell you about where you're moving. Because there could be some clues there. And yeah, it might be to me that what it's saying is you may have to maybe manage your money a little bit differently in this environment in some way to be successful. Either living there or, with...
So you're saying that that's what the energies of the apartment are sort of contributing to life there?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, because I'm sort of was picking up a past reading, I guess, in a way.
Okay. That's okay. 27 and 19. So that's 9 and wow, so it's almost like if you did them as separate, they're separate.
Beginning and the end.
Yeah, I know. It's like a beginning and an end, which is really interesting here. With victory and some of this other stuff, they're kind of opposed to each other.
So maybe there was
too.
a cycle going on there that just caused people to start up things but then have to end things.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it was horrid loss of money,
no,
but it was some.
I definitely want to throw some Lenormand on this and see if they give me some other clues.
Please snap Sassy and
we don't
trouble
mind
us
these
more.
quiet moments with Sassy. Yeah. It's all right. She can stay there.
1 is your number. Okay. Interesting.
Your life path number.
And
Well, 9 is
her
mine.
Number. Hey, you two.
That's right.
Okay.
So beginnings and endings. Endings are me. I always felt I was an old soul. And in this one book I read, it said people on that 9 soul path have been here a long time. So I'm old in many ways, I guess, right now.
I got the Geritol for your spiritual relief.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Well, Casey, I'm a little concerned about this place for you. You do have, it's the clover, which I really like.
Card, you say, yes.
But unfortunately, it's followed by this, cutting down the clover. And so I'm just thinking, I'm not sure this is going to be a very, there's going to be some misfortune associated with this.
Is there an energy
move.
that's anti-lucky there?
There might be an anti-luck energy at this place you're going to have to contend with a little bit. And I'm seeing that a little bit here with, the way there's beginnings and endings too. There's a lot of parallel or opposite energies going on here.
If you add those numbers together, they come back to 1, and so it's sort of like anything that happens just starts you back at the beginning. Like it just takes you back to the beginning. You can't get ahead or you can't finish, or you only finish by actually leaving. I'm just throwing out metaphors.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is very interesting. So I hope it works out for you. Just try to focus on your energies on, what are you doing?
I'm doing what Gina Clean's talking about.
Oh.
I know it's a feng shui thing, right?
Yep.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, I would smudge. I would also focus on things, maybe bring things into your house that symbolize good fortune and luck. Hey, the Chinese happy cat, the little toad with the coin in it.
Special today on Happy Cat. We can get that over to you.
No, we can't. She's not going anywhere. But anyway, that's a possibility too. How about some...
I like that at the end there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is interesting. Mm-hmm. So that is very interesting. And, to make sure you are successful there while you're there, another good thing is bamboo. I love bamboo. It's the only thing I can actually make live because I don't have a green thumb.
I've also heard, too, that taking something like 5 new pennies or new coins and throwing them into your house unseen on the day of the new moon. Just throw them in there and let them stay a whole month wherever they go to. They might go under furniture, and that's really lucky for money.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just.
Yep, that's very
Right.
good. So that's what we have for you, Casey. Wish you luck in the new place. And hey,
All right.
Kyanette, you are up. You can write your question now, and it's your turn. After Kyanette is Jenna, and then Gina, Divine, Libra Cusp, and I Am Consciousness if they're back. And what else do you want me to take towards her? Okay, all right, let's see. You're welcome, Casey.
You are welcome.
Do you want to use one of mine or yours? Do you want to use yours again? One we just
Sure.
used? Okay.
I'm trying to roll up. There we go.
Okay, so true feelings and action. Okay. We'll do a 3 card. I think I've got this. First card will be about the true feelings. We'll talk about it. Shuffle it back in.
I did drop a card. We're going to mention it later.
Yeah.
Usually when a card falls out, we sort of think it might have some importance.
If it's a singular card and not the 10 that he usually drops.
A ton?
I said 10.
Oh, 10. Either way, that's kind of rude.
Okay, it was a little harsh. He doesn't drop that many. I'm just being silly now. Oh, hey, Claudia, I will add you to the list, and Violet Ann has appeared. We'll add you to the list. I think there's plenty of... I think there's time. We'll get to you. We'll see. Okay.
Just a reminder that we will be on next Thursday at 7 p.m. and that's our official beginning of Super Tarot Love Week. We have plenty of extra content. But next Sunday we will not be on at 2 p.m.
Yeah, sorry, KC. You're going to miss us. It's going to be on from 7 to 9.
You interrupted me.
What?
You interrupted
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say because Mr. O has to work.
We'll be on at 7 o'clock. And Super Tarot Love Week will begin in earnest on that day. All right.
Oh, I have a great idea if I can get it to work. All right. I'm cutting, right?
Yes, I had already
All
shuffled.
right. Do you want me to pick up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me throw 3. Okay, so the first card I drew was the Hierophant. Hierophant. The second card I drew is the 2 of Pentacles upright. And the third card I drew, I'm just trying to see, this is Pentacles also, right? The Knight of Pentacles.
It's a knight, I believe, yeah.
But that's reversed.
Hmm.
Well, so basically the reading is about intentions, right? Let's see again. I just want to double check that. Oh, both female. Okay.
Veli's intentions.
Veli's intentions towards me, and what does she want me to take towards her? So this is intentions. I think they're very, what's the word?
Traditional.
Traditional intentions towards you. You know, in other words, this is somebody who looks at establishing a foundation with you. Something really kind of
They're kind of
conformist in a way.
if they're romantic at all, it's very much in a more old-fashioned kind of way. They have traditional values. To some degree, you would call them conventional, maybe a little bit conformist. They just don't try to be shocking most of the time. And so in their relationship with you, they would want you to understand that.
And I think here, 2 of Pentacles is, you know, so what do they want? What do they want from you, towards you? What does she want you to
They're
take
looking for stability because I think a lot of their life wants or requires more balance, especially between emotional things of their life and then the more material things of their life. So they're looking for that stability. It's not that they are absolutely going through any problems right now, but they would want to just be partnered with somebody that helps them create a balanced life. However, there is this Knight of Coins reversed, and this may indicate that to some degree, some dissension possibly over the material aspects of their life could be the problem. It doesn't say it clearly to me, but it could be. What do you think?
Right. I think there's some imbalances here. Maybe they're struggling with school or work and their finances in some way. Maybe they have to work two jobs. There's things that kind of are interfering a little bit or making them, really longing for some balance and stability and something that they can depend on that's trustworthy and kind of routine in their lives.
Kayana is the person more likely looking for balance, or
No, I think it's the other person because it was about their intentions. I think.
Okay.
I think what they want, and the other part, and the other part of that question was what they want from Kayana, sort of. What do they? And that's where I think this comes in, the stability and balance. So you dropped a card, and this is what I think is important. What card
right,
did you
I did
drop?
drop a card right at the beginning, and that was the Ace
Of Pentacles upright. And so what I think is, I'm looking at this as kind of an outcome card in a way for this reading. I think things are very positive and growthful between the two of you. I think that, whether it's a friendship or an actual partnership, it seems like it's going to be very positive for both of you.
That's what it looked like to me too.
Yeah.
And it was actually Kenneth that was looking for clarity. I asked for clarity and balance. Alrighty, we're gonna throw two Lenormands and see what happens.
Oops, my thing is not advancing again. There we go. Oh my goodness. I missed a lot of that. See? Oh, our stream is skipping?
Just for Jenna, possibly.
Okay.
No one else has mentioned it. So she refreshed it, and apparently it's better.
Okay. Well, we do have issues from time to time here with our tech.
Yeah, it's more
the computer's behaving today. I don't want to say anything.
There you go. You just jinxed it.
I know.
When do we get those Oreos, by the way?
Well, I thought... Wow. Okay. Well, when?
I'm asking you.
There's a book.
The book.
And there is the gentleman. But the gentleman in this reading could be, the other person that you spoke of.
Right, just a general idea of a person.
Right, just a general idea of a partner or person. And so what I would suggest to you is with the book, I think it's telling me is, there's so much more that needs to be revealed about this person, I think, to you. Or vice versa. Maybe they really want to get to know you better. In some way.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly ring to me based on what you've actually given us, but it could be just indicating that maybe you are going to move to a level where there's just a lot more sharing and opening up between you two.
That's possible too, right? Like you're being more willing to share and be open with one another can only help,
Right. I mean, maybe it's a matter of how you divide things too. Some people say you're going to, I'm going to help you with your career, and then eventually you're going to help me with something. So at this time, you're just sharing differently.
Right. And that's what we have for you today.
All
so
right.
I hope that helps. I'll give you your cards back, Mr. O.
Thank you.
And hey, Jenna, we are on you. And then after Jenna will be Gina. I see you've got your question out there, Gina. We'll get you right after Jenna. And then Divine, Libra Cusp, I Am Consciousness, Claudia, and Violet Ann. So we're doing fine, I think. A general reading, absolutely. There she goes again. She loves my pens. Loves to destroy
How much
them.
would you guys pay to watch them eat pens for an hour or two?
Okay, never mind. Don't answer that. Okay, we are going to use my rather unusual tarot of, I believe it's Tarot of Love by Monty Farber and Amy Zerner. Their swords are wings, I believe. The gems are pentacles. And just to add to things, the shells are cups.
You're going to have to help me with that one.
I know. The roses are I believe they are wands, so we will see. My goodness. Anyway, we'll see how these turn out. They're beautiful cards, so we'll see how they go. I wanted to switch to all my love decks, and some of them are a little more complicated than others. But I love the Farber decks and divination tools. They're loads of fun and insightful. They have some really neat astrological games as well that I have of theirs. All right, want to shuffle?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, you. See, maybe I can tire you out and you will just sleepy here. Well, sadly, I found out I'm missing the kitten bowl. It was on from 2 to 4. So hopefully they'll repeat it later so I can get my dose of kittens today. If not, I'm sure the internet will have plenty of kittens for me. All right. Well, we do have the 6 of shells, the 6 of cups reversed. Whoops, sorry. Oh, she's going to attack me for that one. We do have the roses. It's the Prince of Roses upright. And we have the star reversed. So this was just a general reading, right? Not specific to love. And basically, what I'm thinking here is, this is a period where you have to let go of some things from the past, maybe that have been haunting you in some way, or, have been maybe a nightmare for you in some way. The star reverse, too, is indicating to me that, there's a lot of pessimism, and it's coming from things that have happened in the past, maybe even the recent past. What do you think?
Well, I can get that with the star, but the other 2 cards, I'm not really sure what they mean because I don't understand. Are roses like cups?
No, these are the cups. These are the cups because they're shells, water. And the roses are wands.
Okay, so then to me, some of what this sounds like is that there is some situations from the past that are concerning to you. I won't say that they're depressing, but there may be things that happened that you think about from time to time and you're not especially happy about what their outcome was or what those feelings were generated. And then you said that's the wands?
Yes.
But that tells me, though, that you really are tactful about how you have to deal with that, because a lot of that involves still ongoing relationships, I think. And so you can't really necessarily express all of that. Some of it you have to hold back, and maybe that's what is contributing somewhat to you're not seeing hope in that situation. You're carrying too much of that past in a way, and you need to sort of maybe tell certain people certain things, and you may have to just try and figure out how to rise to that.
So so you were asking if they were good or not, and I think that for the most part, I won't say they're not, but what I think they're alluding to is that there's work that needs to be done here, right? So, in that regard, who likes that? But on the other hand, could be worse. I do think that, there is some positive movement here with the Prince of Cups.
Wands.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, Wands. And it's indicating there is potential for growth, but you have to be willing to let go of some things that have been really depressing and bringing you down. And it seems to be coming from your past or your recent past.
And this situation.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a Lenormand on this and see what we get. right. Wow. Well, I will say one thing, generally speaking here.
Very interesting.
You have the Wishing Well, and these are good cards. And you have the Clover. So seriously, the wishing well oftentimes, is about your wishes. Clearly, it's a wishing well. You drop a coin in there, and you make a wish. And the clover is about luck and fortune and circumstance, and maybe taking a risk or gamble, to obtain your desires and wishes. So what this is telling me is this is a time, if you can get out of the depressive, things that maybe are depressing or bringing you down a little bit, and really, really make a determined effort, take a risk to make what you truly desire happen. This is a very fortuitous time for that. It could indeed happen for you.
I could say that in 2 words. No, I can't. But
did I go too long?
No, you didn't. I'm teasing you. But the thing is I feel exactly that. I don't read Lenormand, but I pick up the images strongly, and they mean something to me. And to me, this says, yes, right now is a really lucky time for you, or it could be. But you really have to focus on what your wish is. You have to tune yourself towards what you want to manifest.
Yeah, so...
And maybe it's not letting those other person's problems drag you down at this point.
Well, I
know that's easy for me to say.
I would say if that's what you're hoping to get, that job, then, do what you have to ingratiate yourself there, to try to make it look like you are qualified and stand out above the rest. This is the time to take a gamble and risk to get what you desire.
It looks like luck is on your side.
Yeah, it does look like that right now, Jenna. So I hope that's true. And wish you the best. Hey, Estelle, I'll put you on the list.
Hi, Estelle.
And we'll see if we can get to you today. Not sure. We are moving on, and I'll go over the list right now, I guess. So after Jenna, which we just did, is Gina, who gave us our question. And then Divine, Libra Cusp, I Am Consciousness, Claudia, Violet, Ann, and Estelle. So, Gina, where was
You are welcome, Jenna.
What does Spirit want me to know in the wake of the mishap? I believe the message is about more self-care and self-value. Let's see. Do you want to use one of your decks, Mr. O? How about your Old English?
I could do that again. I was looking for the question. There it is. All right.
Okay. We'll see what we got for you, Gina. You're welcome, Estelle. So for those who missed it, feel free to look at our video on YouTube that, for those of you who didn't come in the beginning, to see what we are planning for Super Tarot Love Week. And, oh my goodness, he dropped a ton of cards.
I dropped a ton of cards. I just said I don't drop a ton of cards. And I did.
So,
it's a newer deck, and it's a little slidey. It kind of slides around a lot.
Do we have a promo video on that on YouTube yet, or no?
I told you we were going to do it later.
We are going to do a video on YouTube promoting it. Some of you got to see the little promo in advance. And we'll put it up there, but we plan on some special content for Super Tarot Love Week starting next Thursday.
Ooh.
There'll be I will have a special love reading, possibly 2, that we'll offer in place of our usual.
So this is sort of like the show before Tarot Week, so it's sort of like...
Are you going to say it again?
No, I'll let you say it.
Foreplay?
But we do want everybody to come to our Tarot Week, and therefore that sort of means that this session is the pre-edition of Super Tarot Week.
He's really trying my patience today.
Go ahead and shuffle.
Well,
we'll be banned from YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere.
What the heck?
No, but I'll invite you to come on and do that.
Risque limericks. I love limericks. I should find some. Oh my goodness. I bet you we have a limerick book in the library somewhere. You have some. You should go bring a limerick book home.
Oh, you wouldn't want me to do
Oh,
those.
please do, please do. I'll find some tamer ones, I'm sure.
Oh, I'll let you be my choreographer. You'll supply the script, and if it meets your approval, I will do them.
Okay.
You won't be able to control my leering looks at the camera. Alrighty.
Don't drop them.
This is regular 3 cards, right?
It sure is. Yowzers.
Interesting.
Well, I
I'll let
think
you start.
I will. You have Justice reversed. Things do seem a bit unfair right now, don't they, Gina? The 5 of Swords reversed. And the 6 of Swords reversed. And what's interesting about that to me, Gina, is the 6 of Swords reversed is kind of showing you going nowhere right now.
There's no escape.
That spirits are telling you, you know, this is your time where you just have to lay low and recuperate. And you know how sometimes maybe the message is that, you know, you've been moving too fast and it's time to slow down and take care of yourself. I think that's showing pretty clearly there. And it does seem as though this episode, you know, they recognize that this has maybe come at a very inopportune time for you. And it does seem maybe unfair or unjust, or like, why did this have to happen to me sort of energy. But it did, and, you know, Spirit's telling you about that. And the 5 of Swords is reversed here, Mr. O. I'm going to ask you what you think about that in this case.
That, to me, just seems to indicate that, once again, like the 6 of Swords, it really doesn't sound like any application of your energy or force is going to be helpful here, and that you're just as likely to make it more problematic or just to do nothing at all. I'm more concerned about the Justice reverse, because I think that that's a message to me. When I saw that card, it said to me, meditate. Meditate on the prospects of justice, the fairness or the unfairness. If you have a spiritual center, you may want to go there. I know some people like Ma'at, the Egyptian goddess of justice. But I'm thinking you have to think about that and take that into yourself a little bit.
There's Athena, too. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was your card for today.
Interesting.
Huh. Wow. And I'm going to do the Lenormand and see what we get there. So I think the message, you're absolutely right, Gina. Looking at this, it's like it is saying, you know, we want you to take time for you.
Hunker down a little bit.
Hunker down and pull yourself back together. And don't worry too much. You know, yeah, it does seem like it's a bother, but maybe it'll end up being better for you in the end. Let's see what the Lenormand have to say. Well, yes, here we are. In the confusing maze of, oh man, you know, I'm a little bit confused about why things had to happen this way, you know. And then there's the wishing well, which to me, I kind of also, even though it is a card of luck or your wishes being attained, I tend to look at the wishing well too to have something to do with your health and well-being as well. Oh gee, Sassy is falling in love with our camera in ways I don't like. Hey, back to the pen. How about the pen?
Well, what I'm thinking is, if you can get through the confusing maze, you may find what that wish is. You may find yourself attuning more towards what you really want.
And also, you know, that is so good, because I was just thinking of something here as I was playing with the pen. Sometimes you have to distract yourself to get the message. And really, you know, what it's saying is here, once you get through this confusing period of time where, you know, you have to recuperate and rest, you'll be in a better position to achieve, you know, your wish and your desires, basically. Is that repeating what you said or kind of reinforcing
It's similar. It's not exactly the same.
Yeah. All right.
And
That's what we have for you, Gina. Wishing you the best.
I see that Venus has joined us.
Venus. Okay, we'll put Venus on the list.
All right.
Hey, Venus. Welcome. And let's see, we're up to Divine. Divine, you are up if you are still here with us. So Divine is up now, and then Libra Cusp. I Am Consciousness if they're still here. Claudia, Violet Ann, Acel, and Venus if you're interested. Okay.
You're welcome, Gina.
You're welcome, and hang in there. You know, like I said, I had to go 6 weeks in the winter with a boot on my foot because I had a broken toe. As a matter of fact, I might have been walking around with that broken toe for months in pain and thinking it was arthritis when it was really this broken toe. So it was not fun. So we're waiting on Divine.
And I'm going to go ahead and take them in.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them in a while, but I could be wrong. So I'm looking back. They might have vamooshed. Yeah, it's been quite a while.
We're looking for Divine.
Last call.
All right.
Tick tock. Okay, we're going to pass Divine by. I'll put Divine on the bottom of the list in case they return. And cross them off. And Libra Cusp, if you are with us, you are up. And after Libra Cusp is I Am Consciousness, Claudia, Violet Ann, Acel, Venus, and Divine. As we're moving into the last half hour, but you know, depending on how we do, we might be able to go into a little overtime to finish everybody up. I think we won't be adding anybody else on the list after Divine.
Well, hopefully you didn't mean to do that, Kelly-O.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Oh, dear.
And we're waiting on Libra Cusp.
Yeah, waiting for Libra Cusp. Are you with us, Libra?
Well, is it time for an Oreo?
Oh, you keep mentioning that. My goodness. Just for that, I'm giving you the white chocolate. Well, it's white chocolate and chocolate. Here you are. Make a mess. It's your card deck. Oh, did I remember to bring napkins? Oops. I think I'll have a firecracker instead. So are we okay? I guess Libra Cusp is not here either. Did you type them in?
No.
All right. Well, if they're not here by the time I finish my cracker, we're moving on.
I'll type them in now. There they are.
Oh, there you are, Libra. You are up. Just write in your question.
And we don't even get a take from the cookie company, you know.
Yeah, really.
Okay, what kind of question do you have, Libra?
Yeah, what's your question, Libra?
Or are you looking for a general reading?
Because you are up right now.
They know.
All right. Well, we're trying to at least limit ourselves to these holiday celebrations, but you know, it's a long week ahead. We have 8 days of this, but you know, live streams are only live. We're doing this during our live streams. So.
And we are doing a general for Libra.
And I have a big plan. I told my bakery I wanted them to make something for me because I really liked it when I saw it there. But I thought it'd be a little excessive for the maybe at the end of our Super Tarot Love Week. It'll be perfect. Was I supposed to cut them?
Shuffle first.
I'll shuffle first. Okay, I got it right then. Okay, so what's your question, Libra? Oh, general, please. Got it. I'm sorry. Duh. Just saw it there. Oh, Divine, I'm so sorry. We had to move you down the list. We had to do it. But we will try to get to you today if you can hang in there with us. I'm sorry too, but we had to move on. And but I added you at the bottom of the list, and I do think I Am Consciousness is gone. They're after Libra, so we will be able to keep moving, and we'll see what happens. Oh, a nice general reading. It's not bad. It's not. I mean, I would say this is going to be kind of a slow period for you. This is the Four of Cups, upright. This is the Two of Swords upright. And this is the King of Cups reversed. So what I would say here is, well, do you want to go first? I've been going first a lot. You go right
It's
ahead.
okay.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, the Four of Cups to me is indicating, this time period is going to be one of a lot of contemplation, a lot of thought, into either what direction you want to go to. Maybe it has something to do with relationships because, the cups are emotional cards. It could mean, something close to your heart, plans, projects, creative endeavors that are close to your heart. You're going to take a step back and you're going to be focusing on, thinking things through a little bit before you move forward. And again, the Two of Swords seems to reinforce that. The Two of Swords is kind of a steady truce right now, where there's not a lot of movement. It's just kind of a patient standstill situation going on. The King of Cups indicates to me is to maybe, just watch your emotions through this period. Don't make any decisions out of emotional upset or just on the spur of the moment. Something makes you angry or something makes you upset and you want to cut ties or do something. Don't respond to your base emotions.
This is a realistic thing that she's talking about because this reading is really about the fact that there is some choice that is coming to you very soon, probably very soon, weeks or less. And it is about something that you've had a number of factors or co-choices to think about, but you are pressed to make this decision even if you don't realize everything about it. And the idea really is that you have to be more or less as fair as possible, as kind as possible, looking at the results from how people are either hurt or helped by the decision you have to make.
You aren't trying to get one of those kitten ball kittens, are you, Libra Cusp? That's awesome if you are. I wish you luck if you are. Venus, you are on the list. I'm just letting you know that. How was the cookie, Mr. O? And just to show you again, he had kind of a white chocolate topper on his, but I'll just show you mine again. Mine has white chocolate on the bottom and has chocolate on top. Whoops, I can't get it right in the camera. Upside down heart. There we go. Okay. So, but I'm saving mine for last.
I had to totally take the camera off because I tried to finish that last big bite. And I kind of had trouble swallowing it.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, I hope it works out. I love cats. I love dogs. There's not many animals I don't like. I would say snakes and spiders give me a little bit of problems. And as much as I appreciate the products that bees put out, bees kind of unnerve me sometimes when they're buzzing too close. But most animals I'm pretty comfortable around. Let's see what the Lenormand have to give to you. I don't know. I look at this as interesting. You've got the clover and you've got the whip. And I don't know. Sometimes some people could look at that as negative, like something aggressively removes luck from you. But the way I look at this with the whip cracking, to me that means there's a possibility of some sudden, unexpected luck coming your way. It'll be a surprise to you. It'll be kind of a shock. I'm not going to say you're winning the lottery or anything, but hey, who knows? Maybe you'll get the kitten you desire or, something that will make you kind of happy.
Perhaps the cat is luck to you.
Yeah. So I don't know, but that's a very positive sign we've got here for you, Libra Cusp. So wishing you the best.
All right.
And like I said, it's going to be kind of a slow-moving period, but there's something good is going to pop out at you, in the month or so ahead.
That's what it looks like.
What it looks like to us. Okay, I don't think I Am Consciousness is back because we haven't seen them on here at all. So I'm going to move past them to Claudia. Hey, Claudia, you are up. And after Claudia is Violet Ann, Acel, and then Venus and Divine.
What is coming up in love?
Okay. Let's use the deck you shuffled. Okay, this one again.
Oh, that one again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm used to that one yet.
Well, this one only has the major arcana that's kind of, we have to go by the Roman numerals.
Yes, it's been a little challenging.
Everything else is fine in this. The suits are as they should be, so. And I could go back to Jane Lyle's. I might do that one next.
I hope you get your fur, baby.
Yes, do let us know.
Thank you. And from our fur baby to you.
Aw. She says, why are you waving that at me? And then you wonder why I chew on it. He just goads the cat into chewing on it.
Goad.
Candle here.
That's such a harsh word.
Well, if the word fits, I use it. Well, thank you. We love all of you, including Libra Cusp. Oh, I'm supposed.
You're supposed to cut them.
Okay, actually, you were. I shuffled first.
That's okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Da 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 da. All right.
It must be a long day.
Man, I'll tell you, I'm a little bit leery about our Super Bowl prediction. We'll have to see. I'm going into this totally blind. I have looked up nothing about these teams. So, oh, wow, look at this. There is some very interesting stuff here. We have the Wheel of Fortune upright. We have Judgment upright, and we have the 5 of Arrows upright, which the 5 of Arrows in this deck is, I believe they are wands, or are they swords? They're swords, I think. That's what I wanted to see.
Well, these cards seem favorable for the idea of
They
somebody
are
coming to you in love.
swords.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I do think it is somewhat favorable. The 5 of Swords is just kind of a watch your back kind of card. That's the best way I can describe it. And be careful too.
There's some strife and there's some things going on.
Yeah, some little bit of conflict and upheaval. But it may not be in regards to the relationship. It may be something, that might be interfering with the relationship a little bit. Maybe some things in your everyday life that are you're carrying, or this other person is carrying into the relationship. Wheel of Fortune seems to indicate that the wheel is turning your way. Luck is on your side.
Right.
About
Love is coming to you, probably.
Yeah.
Some lucky possible meeting of somebody that may work out to be emotionally compatible with you. The Judgment card maybe represents that there's somebody who is fair-minded, but maybe somebody who's also interested in spiritual matters too, has an esoteric kind of background or focus in their life.
Yeah, I also feel that, in a way, this person that's coming to you, there is some karmic attachment here. And the wheel itself has a lot of karma attached to it as well, don't you think?
At times it could, yeah.
So if you look at getting these two together, I can't help but sense there is some kind of karmic element involved in this meeting.
Twin soul.
Well, I won't go that far, or soulmate.
But it's somehow some destiny kind of meeting.
Some destiny kind of meeting. You're destined to meet for some purpose, whether it is a long-term relationship or some lesson you are going to learn from this relationship. That remains to be seen. And let's see what we get with the Lenormand.
Could this card be saying that maybe they are a little bit of an aggressive personality?
It could be. It could be.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Or at least somebody who's, pretty much a take charge kind of person. Sometimes I get that from the card a lot.
Yeah, and, in a sense, it might be a little bit too aggressive and pushy. So, that might be part of, some of the stuff you're going to have to work out. There might be some conflict over that.
Uh-huh. Thank you for that feedback, Claudia.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what the Lenormand adds to the mix here. Well, cat cam to card cam. So this is, oh, there's glare. Okay, there it is. It's the key. And then there is the child. And so I wonder, I don't know if these two people are younger than you or they have a very young demeanor about them. Perhaps maybe somebody has a little bit of an immature streak about them. But this youthful or this exuberance is the key. And also I think open doors for you in some way. Maybe a relationship for sure.
Who do you see these tied to?
Well,
or just in general?
I think in general,
Okay.
whatever's going to happen here. But I will say the child also indicates to me that this could be short term. The child is like, if it's a time thing at all, it talks about a short length of time or short term. And so I'm kind of getting the feeling of that is, if you don't think, maybe the key to thinking short term here rather than long term right now might be the best way to think about things right now. Don't future project in anything, any relationship that comes up. Focus on the present. What do you have to say?
Well, I agree with all of those. I think it's just possible too that something's coming to. This tells me an involvement with people that maybe you're going to some place where you're going to be able to meet a mix of people, and that maybe some of them are going to be some friendships that may be short term or may not. But that's the key, as you say.
Okay. That's what we have for you, Claudia. I hope that gives you some insight. And Violet Ann, if you are still with us, you are up. And after Violet Ann is a cell, Venus, and then Divine. And I see Sunny is awoke. I'm wondering if our other cat will be joining us shortly. For those who don't know, this is Sassy. Sassy doesn't always join us on the live streams, but lately has. And sometimes it gets a little crowded on the table here. Sometimes cameras fly, microphones move, and we get a little testy.
And there's our question.
Okay. All right, look in February. All right, let's check it out for you, Violet Ann. Do you want to use your deck or do you want to use this?
Yeah, let's use this one again.
Okay. And I'm going to bring out my other deck.
Huh.
For some reason, these cards are too big and they don't fit in there.
So that could be the child card, possibly, the one that you say is younger than you.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. That could very well be. Because I do sense either youthfulness or, immature or just a very youthful spirit. I'm 62 and, hey, I still listen to pop music and, do things that maybe are not my age. I wear the skinny jeans and stuff, and maybe I shouldn't because I'm not skinny. So, I always say age is just a number. And Mr. O is typing away there. Well, hopefully the dogs wouldn't be jumping on the table, but they probably would be bouncing off the walls while we're doing this. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm supposed to cut.
No.
And I did it. I'm going to move the candle again to give us some room here. The love candle.
Wow.
Oh, wow. All right. So this was about, again,
Love life in February.
love life in February.
Well, it's kind of interesting because I don't know if this is at the end or at the beginning.
Well, show them up as you...
Sure.
No, as you did them.
Okay. The star.
Upright.
Which, of course, it's upright, and I'm just trying to get rid of the glare. And that's always about something inspiring or hopeful. The world, which talks to completion and mastery, perfection. And they're all upright. and the Three of Swords.
Wow. So there's a little bit of a mixed bag for love here. How do you reconcile the Star with the Three of Swords?
Right. That's why I'm wondering if maybe that's where you're coming from or that's where you're going towards. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think that it's my personal feeling. Like it seems like this month starts off very positive. You have a lot of hope. You have a lot of optimism that things could be improving for you in the love department. The world indicates you seem to be on your way to getting everything you desire. And then all of a sudden, bada boom, crash and burn. Something happens and it kind of disrupts things and brings you sorrow.
It does not speak necessarily to an actual relationship crashing, but it
Yeah.
does sort of seem like there's some heady emotional stuff going on, or that you're moving in that direction. So it could just be that it was a really false start, and that it really is just a sign that it wasn't the right one, and that you, to some degree, deserve better. That what you're looking for is a perfection that maybe. Maybe I'm not saying you set your standards too high, but maybe, clearly whatever is coming is not really up to your standards at all.
Right.
In
And we've
February.
had a few readings here. We've got preponderance of major arcana in this reading, and they're powerful cards in their own way and
They say they
positive.
had a false start.
Okay, good. They're powerful and positive. So I mean, I do think this is a
They
real
are really, in a way.
theme
Yeah.
for this is a very important month for you in this regard. You're going to have to overcome some grief and sorrow, and let's see if the Lenormand can't give us an indication of where that might be coming from. Because I'm curious to see. We may have to even pull, I said, maybe one more tarot, but let me see what we get with the Lenormand.
So I can't help but resist pointing this out. Kelly will probably like it. But
Uh-oh.
on this world figure's butt, it says, there's a bunch of M's. I think
are you
they're
kidding me?
runes, but look at that.
Yes, it does. Those are those are, actually, that's not. That's a bunch of different runes. They're
I know,
all
but it
the
looks like
Viking
it
runes.
says,
Well, no, because there's different ones there. You're seeing what you want,
I have
Mr.
a
O.
dirty mind.
So I don't know what to add to that.
Hurry
So
up, Lenormand, dear.
yeah, just moving on.
I swear, look at that. Look.
Okay, Violet Ann. Well, maybe it's because thank you. So I have can you see it there? Because I can't.
No, I can't. I dropped my cough drop,
Oh,
too.
for crying. Could you put it there? Thank you.
We have 12 minutes and we're falling apart.
There's the Time card, which is an added card by Ciro Marchetti, and there is the Mountains card. So what it seems to me is I think over time in this month, you're going to recognize and come across some blocks or obstacles in the relationship department, and maybe that's where the Three of Swords is coming from. Maybe that's where the pain is coming from. It's going to be disappointments. It's going to be some sorrow. What do you think?
How do you interpret the time card?
As time.
Okay. Time gets you over the mountain? What?
Well, no, I think in time, I'm feeling because I pulled time, because the way I'm looking at this, in time, obstacles are going to surface.
Okay.
So in other words, this is a reading for a month. So as the month goes on, see, it's starting off very optimistically, and then we ended up having the Three of Swords. And so I feel that that's where these two cards fall into play.
Right, and you wanted to read them with that intent.
Well, yeah, I was looking for it to kind of answer that riddle, and I think it did. So that's what I'm seeing. What do you think?
Well, I can't disagree with you. I don't know the Lenormand enough to see anything but that. But I also feel, too, this is all coming at the end of the month. And so what's happening is that it's really just a point of moving on and letting it go for another month or so. I know that's kind of lame. I'm sorry.
He has an interesting statement there. I don't know if you want to respond to that.
Already.
Oh, you had no retort, Mr. O?
No.
No. Mr. O is going to remain clean for the rest of the show. No, I know he won't.
You were right about another thing, though.
So that's what we have, Violet Ann. That's what we've got for you today. I hope
Sure.
that helped. And hey, Acel, you are up. Acel is up, and then Venus and Divine. And if we have to go into a little overtime to fit you in, we shall. And hey, guess who's just joined us?
You're welcome.
Cat number 2 is here.
Yeah. Now you're telling me to order the cats around.
All right, Acel, way to go. So yes, give us your question. And sometimes these guys get into little spats with each other, so we're going to have to keep a watchful eye.
What's that one doing? Looking for crumbs?
Yeah, well, hopefully not your firecracker crumbs, because that would be a bad surprise.
They almost
Will
kissed
my
on camera.
ex-Alibic contact me? Okay, I think that's a good yes-no question. We're going to do that.
We haven't done one at all today.
No, we haven't done a single one today.
And we have been invaded totally by the cats here.
The cats have taken over the space. They know I didn't get to watch the kitten bowl, so they just want to remind me that they are here for me.
You don't need a kitten bowl. You have us. Meow, meow, meow.
Here you go, Mr. O.
Viva la dirty mind. That's right, Gina and Kellyo.
Say yes to dirty minds.
So make sure you tell everybody about Super Tarot Love Week.
Yes.
Or not.
Maybe there'll be limericks. I really don't think I really don't think I have ever created a limerick. Now that would be a challenge for me. I might want to try, but I don't know how dirty I'll get it. But we'll see. And who knows? There may be some other poetry afoot of mine
Will you cut 'em
during
and pick 'em up?
the special presentation. I will.
If you have room.
If I have room, stay right there, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
I call him Sun Man, but he is sunny. All right, so we're doing the, I'll count them. Thank you, Mr. O. Bailed me out. Well, I only drew one ace, and interestingly enough, it's the Ace of Cups, which is reversed, which kind of is about emotions and love in its own way, but it is reversed, and it's basically leaning towards no is the answer of your question. I think that they are not interested, at least at this time, in contacting you, Acel. Basically, if that is your wish and you want them to contact you, you are definitely not getting that wish.
It doesn't look that way, yeah.
If it's not your wish and it's a cell, if you're thinking it's a cell's wish to contact you, well, no, it's not.
No, that's...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come to grips and make a decision about all of this.
It could be. This could be indicating that person, too, is more or less a semi-passionless, just sort of... They're a good judge of character, but they don't really have emotion. They're sort of just... going by the book in a way. They're going by plan. They don't really...
They aren't putting emotion behind their decision to not contact? Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, they're not feeling it right now. They're just not feeling
That's
it.
what I feel, right, is that they just don't have that connection in terms of anything that wouldn't be business related. I mean, maybe if there was some business, they might call you, but if it's about just getting in touch to possibly feel each other out, they're not thinking of that.
Yeah. So that's what we see here. I'm going to draw the Lenormand, though, and see what that has to say. Oh, thank you, Gina. Appreciate it. Hey, KC. Oh, no. You're going to try to do a limerick? Is that it? The Super Bowl is on, I think, at 6:30
That's what
tonight.
Gina's saying.
But there's probably some pregame stuff that's going to happen till about 7 or 7:30. That's at least what I think has happened in the past. The whole day is Super Bowl coverage on the station that has it. It's crazy. So I watch for the commercials. I just like watching the goofy commercials and watch them try to sell me products. They go all out for this. All right, well, there's the book. And there is the tree. And this is a very interesting combination with the question that you have asked. I'm thinking that, I think it's basically telling me for your health and well-being, or your spiritual, mental, emotional health and well-being, maybe you need to close the book on this.
Right, that's a good way of looking at it. Or you need to open up a different book and look at that book.
Yeah, yeah. And, focus your attention elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Right.
what we have for you, Sal. I'm glad you waited. So I think that's kind of an important message there.
January Girl says the kitten ball is repeated at 5.
January Girl has joined us now?
They joined us a while ago, actually.
Uh-oh, when was that? Because I did not have them on the list.
Thank you for paying attention.
Well, January Girl, I'll see if we can get you. We're running almost at the end of our schedule, but we only have a few readings. We are on Venus right now. Hey, Venus, you're up. And it is possible Divine might be back with us. So it's Venus, Divine, and January Girl. We're going to try to get you in the spirit of the intro to, or the prequel to Super Tarot Love Week.
They were the last one that came on, so
Okay.
they're not out of line.
Okay. So that's it. We definitely cut it with January Girl, though nobody else after.
So let's see what Venus wants us
Yeah,
to
Venus,
do.
what you got for us? Do you want me to use these again?
Sure.
And so Sunny is our cat of the final minutes, of our broadcast. He's usually our tarot live stream kitty. Hey, where are you, Venus? Do you want to type it?
I could.
So it looks like we don't have as many people in the chat, so Venus might be gone. So do you want to?
I'll find out.
All right.
Hopefully.
Give it just a minute more. And just to remind you, we have some fun content ahead.
Right, we are about to begin Super Tarot Love Week. I'm getting exhausted from saying that.
You came up with the name, Mr. O. Oh my. Hi, Saddam. We won't be able to read for you today, but you're welcome to stay in the chat and join us. We're closing out with the last few readings we have.
Yeah, we're nearly at the end of our show, so we're not taking any more readings at this time. But thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for stopping in.
If you happen to come again, we're on this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sundays, we're usually here at 2 p.m., but we are going to actually be here next Sunday.
From 7 to 9.
At 7 to 9.
All right, Venus has not responded, so we are moving on to Divine. Divine, you're up. If you are still with us, I hope you hung in there. We're not going to be able to do it today, Saddam. We're sorry. You can join us next time. We're kind of booked out for today, but we're glad you made it.
So we moved on to the next person?
Yeah, we have moved on to Divine. Divine, are you with us?
Maybe we're gonna... And it is 4 o'clock now.
which is our usual time to close, but so we're just checking one more time for Divine, and if not, we're going to move on to January Girl. Okay. I will be watching mostly the commercials, but I will catch some of the game for sure. And as soon as I see that, the 49ers are beating the Chiefs, who we predicted to win, I may be eating crow.
Mr. O never watches.
Yeah, Mr. O will be pleasantly reading a book or something. All right, so January Girl, you are up.
Go ahead, January Girl.
The commercials are fun, and some of them are very poignant. They do a good job. I mean, they're their own form of entertainment. Uh-oh.
It was right in the camera.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it is.
We need to get...
I mean, it didn't physically touch it. But
Still,
it was so
Sonny needs a bath, apparently.
no, he just needs to not stick his butt directly in the camera.
Okay.
That's all. I just didn't want to see that.
Oh, I thought there was something
No.
attached. You panicked me, Mr.
No,
O.
it's just
I
pink.
thought, why is he sitting on the table if he's got attachments?
Okay.
So what do we have from
The
January?
fire sign guy. Further insight into the fire sign guy.
Okay. Let's see what we get with 3-card draw. I just love the commercials because, like I said, I look at them as entertainment. I don't buy things specifically because I like a commercial. That just doesn't happen. So, but I enjoy them trying to sell me their products. I have my minor or my bachelor's degrees in journalism, and I just love to watch, them try to sell me stuff and see their marketing techniques, basically. I'm kind of a geek that way. Oh, well, thank you, January Girl. That's good to hear. We always love the feedback one way or another.
Thank you. Let's see what we got for you this time.
Well, let's see. Okay, so this is in regards to that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you have
The fire
any
sign
other
guy.
insights? Well, we have the 9 of Pentacles upright. We have the Sun reversed. And we have Judgment upright. Do you want to go first this time, Mr. O?
Well, I think they're a person that mostly is really comfortable being alone. It's not that they don't like to have a relationship, but they're comfortable being alone. And maybe part of that comfort is the fact is that they're a little bit more on the material side. So they like acquisition. They like owning things. They like having comfortable surroundings and things about them. But they maybe are facing a dichotomy within themselves about their possible own self-perception of shallowness based on the fact that maybe they have a pull in different directions, but they still seem to orient more towards a materialistic lifestyle. Too fast for you as you munch on those?
I started on my cracker too late. All right.
God, look at him.
So basically, he's attacking this pen. He's going at it with gusto. I think it is a person who is very comfortable with themselves, yet they're feeling something is,
Maybe.
something is lacking in their lives. There's some, there's something that they feel incomplete about, or that they're having some self-doubts. The Sun is reversed here, and with Judgment, maybe they're taking some time out for some real self-assessment here, as to what is really going on with them. Like, even though there's all this self-satisfaction and comfortability with the self, because I really do think, in my mind, the 9 of Pentacles reflects that. they're in the back of their minds, yet there is still this doubt, there's some pessimism about some area in their life that they still feel is lacking something, some luster, something they need. And the Judgment card indicates that they need to be assessing and working on it, maybe just a little bit more. So I do think, looking at this, the focus for them right now is on the self.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
I'm not so sure that they're ready for that, but that they should be,
Okay.
is what I'm seeing.
Yep.
And I suffering a scratchy throat, and my cough drop is gone. It fell, and it's gone.
It could be that he's worried about money. It could be. It could be maybe because he's so content, actually, because that seems to be a very content material card, that maybe there's other aspects in his life that is causing the feeling of lack. Well, let's see what the Lenormand adds to that. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's more focused on their self, which could include both of those, love and career.
Well, I was getting the coffin in the Lenormand all day. It only stands to reason I would now get the cross and then time. So the two of these together are really interesting to me, because I'm wondering here if they feel like they're running out of time in some way for something. I'm not sure I understand the meaning of that and what that could mean, or that they feel like they need to stop time in some way, that things are just moving too fast and they wish they could slow things
Well,
down.
remember I said that I thought there was a pull between two qualities for them. Maybe one represents spirituality and one about, the material sides or something like that. And
So
I wonder
this-
if this plays into that.
This does seem to lend more to material aspects, January girl, than love and romance. I think
Yeah.
in this reading, I think overall, to answer that question.
It's not that they don't care,
No.
that they don't feel something, but that they just have these other priorities or these other ways of
And
looking at
maybe
their
they're
life.
not finding enough time for, romance and maybe even partnerships, or their family, their nuclear, their family, the relations, and they're feeling this lack in some way. They really need to reassess and, decide, I think, what's really important to them.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I feel like I've said that too.
Okay. So we are done for today.
So let's take a moment and talk about Super Tarot Love Week.
Let's do that real quickly before we sign off.
We've designed a lot of content to go in there. It's interesting stuff. Like, we're going to try to do a couple of love attraction spells. We're going to
Very short.
We're going to do the infamous Louise Huebner one. I'll explain more about that later.
I, of course, will be bringing out more of my special love toys and decks, like the I Ching of Love that I brought out today. We'll be doing always a card for everybody from one of my decks. And there will be more surprises. There will be some poetry by me, and maybe I will even be reading a few poems from others.
I'm getting hot. Do you have a cracker for me?
There's one cracker left in your dish, Mr. O.
Oh, why, thank you. You mean I've eaten 3 already, or did
Yeah.
you have one of mine?
Actually, you did. And I did not have one of yours. How accusatory is that? And there goes the camera.
Answer the question.
Oh, what question? Will it be a special solar series? It will be a special show, but we will have the video of us playing the game Medium. And there might be...
That's not really Super Love Tarot Week.
Yeah. And there is no other special video. Oh,
We're going to have a little content
Time
in
out.
every live stream, and then on the next Oberon's Outlook will be a special edition video.
yeah, so that will be a video. His emotional exchanges will continue this because I'm guest starring.
Woohoo!
I know. I butt into his emotional readings for the day.
We're going to do another spell of sorts for love attraction, and that one's going to be taken from our wonderful persons, Monty Farber and Amy Zerner, who do all kinds of Tarot and Divination
mystical,
stuff.
magical, divination. Monty Farber is a really great astrologer, so check out his blog. He has a blog, right?
He's on Facebook.
Oh, he's on Facebook.
They're both on Facebook.
Okay.
I don't think they're on Twitter.
No, I think they're not on Twitter. I've never seen them there.
So for a special preview of sorts, we're going to go out with that...
with our promo.
Short promo.
So thanks for joining us today, everybody, and we will see you on Thursday for the beginning.
Super Tarot Love Week!
Bye-bye, everyone.